Live from the Senior Bowl, it is indeed the Jake Asman Show. Jake Asman alongside Dom C. And joining us right now is Arkansas running back Mike Washington. Mike, welcome to the Senior Bowl. How's the week been?
It's been great. Getting out here, we had the opportunity to come out here Friday to beat the weather, but, it's been a smooth transition. It's been great.
For you, being here, what were some of the things you were hoping to try and accomplish this week, and how has that been so far?
Really just showing the scouts that I'm a true three-down back. I've had the opportunity to do that, yesterday, and, today is a big day. We have one-on-ones coming up, pass protection, so really getting the chance to show that, I could be on the field for all 3 downs.
Now, since your season ended, take us kind of through what the process is like. You're training for the Senior Bowl, then you got to get ready for the Combine, and then after that's the Pro Day. Take us kind of inside your approach throughout the entire pre-draft process so far.
Well, yeah, it was a long season for me. I didn't get a chance to go home really because I'm from upstate New York. Haven't been home since May 2025. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been a little minute. So, after the season, it's been strictly football from when I got to Arkansas up until, the end of the season. So after the season, I just needed a mental reset. So, I took a little vacation to get my mind off things and mentally prepare for this. Then, about a week and a half after, I took a week and a half vacation. Then after that, went straight into training for the Combine and then, getting my body ready for the Senior Bowl. And now we're here and, taking advantage of each and every opportunity. And next week we go back into Combine training, getting ready for that.
Mike, I want to touch on, I know you started your career at Buffalo, correct?
Yeah.
So cold weather like this, this ain't even cold for you.
No.
some of these guys are going crazy with the cold weather, but this ain't even new. Talk about the transition from Buffalo to New Mexico to Arkansas and why you decided to, kind of move face, and B, what did you take from each school? What made you a better player?
Well, yeah, so I was at Buffalo for 3 years, and, in a matter of 3 years, a lot of people don't know this, but in a matter of 3 years, I had 4 different running back coaches, 2 different head coaches, and, I could have stayed for another staff because another staff came in, and, they wanted me to stay, but, at that point in time, I was just, kind of, sick of the instability, around that time,
sure.
because I was there from 2021 to 2023, 2024. So, and in that time, I've had 4 different running back coaches. So, ended up making a change and going to New Mexico State, and I believe it was a great decision. Was able to meet great people there, and I was fortunate enough to have a good running back coach, David Cobb. And then after that season ended, I just knew that I'll be able to play at the next level, the NFL. And, that's been a dream of mine since, I was young, and I knew to achieve that dream, I need to play in a higher conference.
Yeah.
So, I bet on myself, took a chance on myself and, hit the portal again. Ended up committing to Arkansas, was able to get a great coach, Coach Smith, and, he took me under his wing and, I was able to, make plays on the field. But I feel like the biggest thing with those transitions were, I was able to have, yes, I had 4 different running back coaches at Buffalo, but each coach taught me something different. They made me the player I am today. A lot of people, a lot of running backs, they haven't had the chance to really develop from bouncing around to school. And I know I've bounced around from school to school, but I've had the chance to have different running back coaches to teach me something different.
Yeah. So you're a bigger back. Is there anyone in the NFL currently that you model your game after? People are going to typecast you as an early down back. I think your film shows differently. I think you talked about showing that you're a 3 down back. I think you are as well. Who do you model your game after? You put on film when you're at home. Who's your teach tape?
I like watching Sony Michel. I love watching him.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, I love watching him, especially when I was in college or this previous season. I would watch his highlights before every game, actually. But somebody who I've been watching since high school was Josh Jacobs. I still watch his game to this day. I've been watching him since Alabama, and seeing him double his production when he got to the NFL, and seeing him make use of it. Was that's kind of like when I really just fell in love with his game, and model my game after him.
For you, Mike, when it comes to the running back, there's always that debate now in the NFL. Running backs don't matter; it's a replaceable position. But it kind of feels like this year we started to really see again teams really rely on the running game, and the running back is starting to maybe gain value, if that makes some sense.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to people who devalue the running back spot? You guys obviously can make a huge impact on games, and you're living proof of that.
You look at the NFL right now, and the teams who are in the Super Bowl, like the Seahawks, they rely on the running game. They had to rely on the running game the last game. It's a value position. It's a position that's needed. You look at, like I said, the Seahawks and the Broncos. It was a snowy game. Like, you have a game where it's super snowy and the receivers can't catch the ball. Where else do you go to?
You like playing in those conditions, by the way, being a Buffalo guy?
I have no problem playing in those conditions.
Well, listen, we do Jets content, man. So we're in the Northeast, it's cold up there. So there's place in that backfield, for a nice big power back like yourself. I would love to see it. What's your preference? I know you're going to say whatever the offense provides, but do you prefer kind of an OZ offensive scheme? Do you prefer more of a gap power? What's your go-to? What's your favorite kind of offense?
I feel like I've been able, to with being in Bobby Petrino's offense, we were able to run all of those, and I've been able to be comfortable running, any scheme, whether it's gap scheme or any inside zone scheme.
Yeah. How about your teammates that are here? You got any teammates here from Arkansas? You do, right?
Yes. Yeah, we got Taylor Green, Xavier Sori, we got Julian. And we have Carmona Jr.
Hype them up. Give them a little love right here on the.
They're all dogs.
Yeah.
They're all dogs. I trained with them all throughout the spring and the summer. We competed. We did a lot of competition. Especially me and Xavier and Sori. There was a battle between me and him all throughout fall camp. He's a linebacker. And he's like, out of all the linebackers I played against, at Arkansas, he's one of those ones where I was like, okay, I got to strap up. Or I got to make sure I have good technique when it comes to whether I'm getting my pad level low or whether I'm trying to strike him for pass protection. And then Carmona, he's just a dog. He was going through some things, beat up a little bit throughout the season. But he's strapped up for every practice. Never missed a practice. Always came and ready to go. And you got Taylor Green, who's just a mastermind at what he does. Being able to take Coach Petrino's criticism and being able to still perform on the field. Not a lot of QBs could do that, and he was able to do that. And then we got Jew, our cornerback. He's as advertised. Lockdown corner. So we got some dogs that's in this building.
Couple quick hitters for you before we wrap up, Mike. You're playing elite competition at Arkansas. What was the most intense, crazy road environment you got a chance to play in?
So out of all of them, I would say Tennessee, man. Tennessee. The week before that, I went on a radio show and I came out and I said, I think somebody asked me a question on, their defense. And I said something like, they have a lot of holes in their defense. And, I'm new to this SEC thing, so I did not think it was going to blow up. And, within a day, it had about 40,000 likes on Twitter and, a whole bunch of Tennessee fans coming at me and saying, oh, we're gonna make sure we're gonna make sure you have a lot of holes in your offense, things of that nature. So, coming in that game, it was super intense. I ended up, rushing for quite a bit that game, but just the environment there. We came out first drive, we got the ball first, and they were playing Mobama, and I couldn't even hear. Like, it was just a crazy environment. I came from Buffalo and New Mexico State, where the most I played in front of was about 16,000. Going there, I don't even know how much is it, but it's
about 116,000.
Yeah, it's up there, and it was super loud. It was super loud.
Yeah. I got one more also. Quick hitter. You got pass protection, or goal line touchdown. Like, would you prefer kind of setting your personal gain in that goal line touchdown aside to decleat a blitzing linebacker and let Taylor throw for a touchdown? Which one you taking? You taking the goal line touchdown, or you taking the pass block situation to help Taylon?
I'm taking the pass block situation.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm taking that situation because I know Taylon he's good with his feet. He also can make the throw.
Yeah,
I love that. All right, last one for me. I went to school in Ithaca, New York with my brother. He went to University of Buffalo. All I hear about is all the great wings up in Buffalo. Everyone's got a spot. What was your go-to wing spot when you were at UB?
Probably Duff's Anchor Bar. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with either.
Yeah, those are my top 2 spots for sure.
Love it. Mike, great to connect with you. Thanks for hopping on our show. Good luck the rest of the week, and
Yes, sir.
hopefully you're a Jet. That'd be fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.